Good morning, everybody, from South Padre Island, from our exotic studios this week.
Absolutely. We're delighted to be here. We're right down at the very tip of Texas next to the Mexican border, and it is sunny here and beautiful.
And we're still in preparing for the art chat. But Gabriela Montero, so our friend, is watching.
Hi, Gabriela. How are you?
Hope you're doing well. We'll send you lots of sunshine and ocean smell.
And we had to drive through this monumental thunderstorm that took up half the state yesterday to get here, but we made it. It's delightful to be here. If you are joining us today on Facebook, live on Facebook, thank you for joining. We are broadcasting through Zoom, so we're not able to see you live. Bogdan tries to keep up with his telephone, but if there is a delay or we're not getting back to you, it's not because we don't care. It's because there is a delay, and there's also, we're trying to do two things at once. So welcome. Anything that you see here today, anything that we're talking about, all of this art is for sale. And it's a way for us to present our work and what we're doing, but it's more than just chatting about art. If you are interested in something, it is available for sale.
And you can, guys, always check our websites for new work, either John Bishop Fine Art or Bogdan Photo Art, or simply follow us in any of the social media channels. We are sharing everything, all work processes and the finalized works. And we are trying to keep everything new in those channels. But like I said, we were in the South Padre Island, and we are, and haven't gotten to see much of anything because we got here yesterday late. But the only marine sort of theme I got to see and get inspired was this fish.
Amazing.
and this shell.
That is like, superb.
I mean, it looks like I can.
Yes. Yeah, some sort of collar, halo.
Guys, this isn't even glass. It's just a very cheap plastic. But this is marine.
But it gives the vibe.
So
it's a very cute little apartment we're renting, a condo we're renting. So we're making fun, but it's actually quite cute.
Last night we went briefly around, and I want to show it everybody, just a few pictures, those one who haven't seen them yet on Facebook, just to give you an idea of the feeling that is here. But saying that, I think we should move with the first pieces we want to feature today, right?
Absolutely.
So for today's show, I chose two pieces from my In Motion series. And the very first one is called City Vibrations. And yours is a artwork on paper, right?
It's on paper. It's a collage, mixed media.
So let's start with my City Vibrations. This is one of those long exposure photography they're mostly taken in downtown Houston, and this is they are part of the In Motion series. And this particular ones is I envision is not yet printed, but it can be ordered in various sizes. I envision to be either on canvas, 36 by 36, or an aluminium. Paper would be beautiful too, but I feel like having this on a canvas would bring a lot of that modernism up. You know what I mean? And thanks to Lydia, my newest collector, she ordered two pieces from In Motion 2 weeks ago, and she wanted to be printed on canvas and on square. And I print those pieces for her, and now I'm kind of in love with this idea, because I feel like this series in motion will look better on canvas than in any other medium.
It's a stunning image. I really, really love the coolness of the color, but there's also that motion, obviously, which gives name to the series.
And it's a cityscape, right?
That it's a city, but it needn't be any particular city. It happens to be Houston.
Mm-hmm.
But it's got that urban vibe. It's got a cool palette. It's just, I think all of them are stunning. And it's a small edition as well, right?
Yes, these are 15. And the price you see here is actually designed for a 36 by 36 inch canvas. Right. However, if you are out there and you feel like you would like this picture, but you want it in a smaller variety, we can definitely talk about that.
A little bitty one.
A little bitty one, yes. You're so funny this morning. How about your piece, John?
My piece is called Glyph number 9. And if you haven't figured out, there are 8 ones before it. Actually, there's, I think, 15 in the series. What I was exploring in these is the idea that there is a certain artistic look to language, and there's a certain vocabulary that is pictorial and that we just kind of understand non-verbally. And I'm trying to mix those two elements together. And so it's a collage piece. It has lots of movement, and the idea is that it's going to portray a certain feeling rather than a message that would be done by language. And so I like the movement, I like the color, I like the interplay of the two types of this is actually a Latin text from an old Latin textbook that I just tore up. I'm 62 years old, and I finally determined that I wasn't going to learn Latin. That old Latin textbook is now up for grabs. And so anyway, I combined the two, and it actually was an early study that gave rise to a lot of the work that I've done since. So this was done back in 2019, and it's a 9x12 on paper, on watercolor paper. And I just really like the series, and I haven't shown them much.
It's funny that you use these pages from textbooks. There is a trend lately that a lot of photographers do all kinds of shapes of books, either stacked on each other or choosing them by colors of the page, or I've seen all variations these days. I think books are kind of antique, how do you call that, out of fashion thing. Yeah.
You know, as a librarian for 30 years, we kept hearing that print was going to die, and that, you know, that the internet and ebooks were going to take over, and there would be no more written textbooks. And that's absolutely not happening. I didn't mean textbooks, but written text in general. But a lot of movement has gone to digital. And I do think books will become rarer and more collectible in that sense. So hold on to your books. Don't cut them all up for art projects.
Or photograph them.
Is truly shot. I couldn't save it.
All right, guys, for those who don't know, in November, I would be, for the month of November, I would be completely in Mexico City. PRPGMX will display my inheritance collection starting November 5th all the way to December 11th. And that's part of their opening gallery, photographic gallery, or I don't think it's photography, but it's a new gallery space.
Right. It includes a section that will be photography.
And Michael Swank, who is guiding this project, will open the space with my exhibition. And also at the end of November, If you remember, I've been selected for the Fine Feria for the second time, this time in Mexico City, for 3 days on between 26th and 28th of November. That falls into the Thanksgiving Day, but if you want some fun stuff abroad, come join me in Mexico City.
Magnificent. And thanks so much to Michael. I mean, he's really doing you a great honor by putting you in his gallery. He's also this is a celebration for him because the whole residency program really had to shut down because of COVID. Mm-hmm. And so he's now expanding the galleries, including this new space for photography, as well as reopening the physical residency program. So it's a big moment of growth for him. And it's quite an honor for you to have been included in all of that. And
both, really. Thank Michael and the organizers of Fine Feria.
And the folks at Fine have done you solid as well. So during that 3-day period when you're exhibiting at Fine, those pictures will have to leave Michael's gallery, but they will return to his gallery and stay until December sometime, the 11th or something like that.
All right, we have a new vlog, exciting this time. We had quite a surprise for those who haven't watched yet the new episode. One of our hard drives that contains a lot of information, mostly videos and photos, died. So we are now working out a solution on how to recover that data. There are many solutions in place, all expensive, but we'll keep you up with what's going to happen. So keep watching these vlogs on YouTube, guys. Art Life with John and Bogdan.
You know, we've gotten a slow start with our blog, and that makes sense. It takes a while to build up an audience and a following. However, this week, just a couple of days ago, I went to bed and I think I had 63 followers. And I woke up in the morning with about 990 followers. And that particular video that you just referenced got something like 1.2 thousand views, almost 1.3 thousand views. And we were like, what is going on? Apparently it was some sort of, I don't know if we were hacked. I can't imagine what the reason is, but it's all being kind of restored now. We're back down now to 75 subscribers. And but the number of views has stuck. So we're getting all kinds of congratulatory letters from from YouTube. So it'll be interesting to see where that goes. I hope it doesn't hurt us in the long run.
Oh, well.
We became stars overnight.
Now, how's your project with PRPG going?
Excellent, excellent. I'm also, again, with Michael Swank in the PRPG MX residency program. We have an art lab, which is an 8-week program, and he does it, I think, quarterly. And my piece this time is going to be this giant, it's about 6.5 feet by 5 feet. Mm-hmm. And I'm doing a kind of a gradient of flowers settling down. It's actually kind of an expansion of a piece I did 2 or 3 years ago that was quite successful. And so it basically requires me to paint about 1 billion flowers. And that's what I've been working on. I've got 1 more week. So I will finish that puppy up this week. And it should be really nice. It's been a great joy to do. A lot of work. You learn so much in these programs that you don't even anticipate learning. You have a plan, but you learn a lot of things that were unplanned. So it's been a great success.
Fantastic. And looks very good. Now
it'll look better.
I just to add here that if you guys haven't started your Christmas decoration shopping yet, please do start your trips to Silver Sea Studios, because John has a new 2021 series of ornaments, and those are super limited, right?
Yeah, there's I don't know, there's about 20 of them, I don't think. I do a set every year, and they always sell out. So maybe this year.
And they are completely different than any other years.
Yeah, every year I try something new.
Now
we have a holiday event on December the 4th. So if you're
yes,
there is a big event from 5 to 9 p.m. on the 4th. I think that's Saturday the 4th.
and not only it's an event, you have to see us. You have to see me, especially because that's my birthday.
Your birthday.
The biggest surprise for me would be for you guys to come and visit me at my studio.
He doesn't know it yet, but I've bought that large plastic shell for his birthday.
You mean this one? What's the name of that Mexican dancer with a lot of flowers in her hair? Carmen.
You mean Carmen Miranda?
Carmen Miranda.
She was not Mexican, but.
Guys, I have finished myself some pieces. I kept you up on track with what happened with this square project. It's finally ready, and it's a 30 by 40, and I call it Forever Sunset. And yeah, I talk about this piece in the vlog, in the last vlog. So if you want to get a more insight of the story, it's in there. But it's basically photography and acrylic on a canvas, mounted on a canvas. I think it's really lovely. And the second piece that I finished, completed, and is the cherry tree, that it's available as well in my studio.
I saw them recently. You just mounted them and got them hung up on the wall. They're amazing.
Yeah, actually, I should say they're not only available in my studio, but they are on my website display as well. They are photographed in the various angles so that you guys can get an idea how they look on the wall. And I started, and it's almost completed on the second piece, kind of the same style. And this is a plum tree. I called it, it's a temporary name, but we'll see where it goes. It's kind of in a breeze, you know, when this spring winds blows through these in flower trees, you see a lot of little petals floating around. So that was the idea of this one.
Stunning. You're very, very pretty.
And it's a diptychal as well. But
and it means we're just dying for the spring already.
Yes, I don't know why. And the Circle of Life, it's available as well in my studio. It's a new piece I talked about before. It's made out of Magnolia trees in this case. This particular piece is a 34 by 34, and it's actually a installation of 4 photographs, how to say the floating photographs. You can't see the floating on this picture. You can a little, but it looks way better in person. It's magnificent. And if you want to see it, come visit me in Studio 111 in Silver Street Studios in Houston.
And again, a very limited run edition, so it's very collectible and has been getting some attention already.
Yes, you did. Now, I want to thank you, everybody that visited me lately and purchased a lot of things. As a matter of fact, in the last 2 weeks, I have Lydia, who purchased 2 pieces from Emotion, and that is in Motion and Midtown. And those are very large pieces on 36 by 36 printed on canvas. And at the beginning of the week, she returned to my studio because she discovered new pieces from the Synopsis series. And she purchased one that was a 24 by 24 printed on plexiglass. Not only that, she brought a friend of her, Jessica, who is in a process of not remodeling, but redecorating her home, I believe. And she fell in love with this piece, Casa Culei, or the House with Lions. And that's one of those in the sculpture photography series. And she said, like, oh, I love this one so much, I can't live without it. And you know, I try to not have any emotions. How do I say emotion attached to these
Attachments.
pieces, and yet with this one, I was like, these were from my very first pieces in the collection, and I felt like I'm going to miss it. I was like, but I got rid of it, of those feelings.
It's like you're thinking, this is the last time I'm going to see this.
Yes, I was like, okay, of course, it's yours.
Well, that's why we want to keep in close contact with our collectors so we can still see our stuff.
Yes. Well, and then she saw another one in the same series, and then she promised she'll come back because she needed to do some measurements and stuff like that.
That's great.
Let's move to the second section, and the second section is Austin Street and Seed. Austin Street is part of the same In Motion series, and I call it Austin Street because it's a picture taken on Austin Street here in Houston.
How do you do it? How do you come up with these titles?
And I think I have a John in my life that really helps me.
Austin Street, because you took it on Austin Street. That's so deep.
Oh, why not?
Yeah. It's good as any title.
Yeah, I mean, some people wants to connect with Houston, and I thought this would be an idea. But
Very good.
it's on the fall, and I thought that having a fall picture may fit this time of the year on our chat.
How did you get the yellow?
Those are just some trees. There were some trees in kind of a fall autumn, and then I believe I added some shapes of colors to add some vibrations and to give that idea of fall, to pronounce
it. Not only does that, it looks like they're catching the sunlight in a certain angle. They're beautiful.
And then I envisioned this one as well, printed on canvas, on a large canvas. It would create a statement in any environment.
It's a beautiful, beautiful image. And this is all part of In Motion?
Part of In Motion, absolutely. And a 15 in addition as well.
Magnificent piece.
How about your Seed?
This is a painting, and I was surprised that we hadn't talked about this before. I did this back, I think, in 2018, 2019. It's a large piece, 36 by 36, and very abstract. And I really had a ball doing this. I love the colors. There's this thing in the middle, and I thought it looked a little bit like a seed. And because you were talking about your picture with magnolia seeds, I said, oh, look, they kind of look the same. So that's the reason I wanted to feature it today. I particularly like the colors in this. And also just under the final coat of varnish, I have some hand scribbled notes, if you will, with pencil, which make it look as though it's something being worked on. And the whole idea is that for any natural occurrence like the birth of a seed, a whole lot of things have to happen. And so I've created this scenario where there's all kinds of planning going forward into the germination of a simple seed. And so I just really like the overall impact. It's hanging up at our home studio right now. I think it was Bogdan who ruined it for me because he said it looks like a piece of margarita pizza. But if pizza will make you want to buy this painting, then it's a piece of pizza. It's a slice. But I just love the image. I like the contrast between the yellow and the kind of beige, and The middle piece, the actual seed, is a metallic paint. And I just found it very interesting, all these secret kind of workings that are going on around this central circle. I find it a very, very pleasing piece.
Well, fantastic. Before we wrap up the show, I want to thank especially everybody that watch us everywhere, but especially, let's see, Gabriela Monteroso.
Yay, Gabriela.
Gabi și Ionuț Mărgărit.
Hi.
I've seen your picture early this morning. Ana Casal. Hi, Ana, from Argentina.
Hi, Anna. Oh, my gosh.
And Keith from Louisiana.
Hi, Keith.
So, guys, please follow us. We'll have an exciting, probably vlog next week, all about South Padre Island and whatever happens here.
Sunburned and relaxed.
And saying this, thank you for watching us, and we'll see you next week.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye.